Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.exchange. Yesterday and today, I have a workshop in Bengaluru. So the video is not possible. So that's why I'm doing an audio podcast. Markets, they are really, really bearish. And what happened on Friday, everybody knows. Until 3 p.m., things were all right. And this rejig, MSA rejig, a lot of companies' weightage has been reduced. So because of that, there was a huge selling. And people, once they've decided that they are going to sell in huge quantities, probably would have made some other arrangements like selling the call option, then buying the put option, then dumping the stocks, in a single second so that market falls 200, 300 point. So, they can make some money in selling the call and buying the puts and all those kind of things. However, some interesting points to see. Nifty recovered more than 100 point in the last 5 minutes. So that is one thing, So that means that, the people who planned to bring the markets decisively probably did not work to 100% of their expectation. And number two, and if they have sold the call and bought the put, to make use of this big fall, I would say to some extent that has also not worked out. In fact, I would say I was having some 24,500 call option and I squared it off at about 7 rupees just to sell call option to bring the call option down. But end of the day, I saw that has closed around 8 rupees 50 pice. Forget about that and look at the put options. And Nifty actual closing was around 23,580. Because of weighted average closing, it has closed around 550, I think. Right? But even you take the actual closing around 25,600. So even then, the 24,000 put option, if Nifty closes at 23,600, so the intrinsic value alone is 400 rupees. Then there is still 2 days of time value. Then it should trade about 400 rupees. But whereas that is not actually trading at that price. So that is almost 100 point discount it is trading. So which means that, like people really do not know what is happening, especially when it happened in the last 15, 20 minutes. So all the put options, Nifty will have to go up at least 100 point on Monday. And still those put options will be still trading at the same price. Usually when the market go higher, put option should lose value. No, it will not lose. Now, I'll put it in another way. Nifty closed around 23,600, actual closing, let us say, 400 point above. If you look at the call option, that is 24,000 call option, that is trading 47, 48 rupees. But the same 400 point down, 23,200 put option, that is trading 10, 11 rupees. So 400 point up, the premium is almost more than 4 times the premium on the downside 400 point. Usually, if you look, markets, put option prices will be always trading slightly higher. There is a reason for that. Like say suddenly overnight there can be tsunami, there can be earthquake, there can be terrorist attack. So n number of bad things can happen overnight, but no good things can happen overnight. So that is why always the put premiums are slightly higher than the call premiums. But what happened yesterday, that is on Friday, it was a very, very big difference. Put premiums, very, very low. The call premiums are very, very high. So that means market, they expect the market to recover. So that's what we can understand at this point of time. So otherwise, sometimes, since it happened in the last few minutes, because of the panic, people do not know how to react. Maybe they just want to wait for Monday before taking any decision. So that is also possible. And global markets are still good. And somewhere I've read some report that in 2024, the weightage for India in the emerging market index, it was 20%. And now that weightage has come down to 12%. So that's a very, very big change. So all those exchange traded funds, those funds tracking the emerging market index, so they have to sell a lot of shares in India. So in addition to FII selling, so this index fund selling will also aggravate the problem for India. So you all know my long-term view. So my long-term view is bearish for India. Right? And I just, somebody posted a tweet and I retweeted. Last 2 years, Indian market is down by 10%, but none of the market is down. And, none of the market even up less than 20%, all 30%, 40%, 50%, some countries even 100%, 200%. So last 2 years, it has been very, very bad for India. And remember, in stock market, the market has fallen and then only it will fall further. The market rise, then only it will rise further. The momentum will continue. So it is very difficult for a market to stay minus 10% for 2 years. But if that stays, then it's very easy for the market to stay minus 10% for the next 3 years also. And because like people will lose interest, like nobody want to buy. And then, the government policies, with respect to the stock market, it has been very, very bad. Short-term capital gain tax increase from 10 to 15, then 15 to 20, long-term 0 to 10, 10 to 12.5, dividend has been taxed. And then, the indexation benefit has been withdrawn. Sovereign gold bond, suddenly they come and say, people who bought from the secondary market, they have to pay the capital gain tax because of that sovereign gold bond. Once it used to trade at a premium, now it is trading at a discount, right? So when they have done all these things, they have not consulted anybody, they have not asked anybody. Now it is affecting the economy. Markets are going so bad, but that is having the effect on Indian rupee. So when the entire economy is getting affected, now the finance minister come and say, we are willing to listen. And she did not exactly say she is willing to listen from whom, right? So how a government listens? And the government should say, okay, this is the email ID. Okay, forward your suggestions. We are willing to listen. Or we are having a meeting. In the meeting, you can come and voice your concerns. We will listen. Just give only one statement. We are willing to listen. Okay, the fact is that, right, every Tom, Dick, and Harry related to stock market, and I've been voicing their concern, whether it is of increase in the long-term capital gain tax, whether it is of STT increase, huge increase in STT. Everybody has been shouting. Okay, so now you are coming and saying that I'm willing to listen. Okay, that too without any specifics. And the best part of the joke, the day when she made this statement, okay, that previous day Nifty closed about 24,000, and after her statement, Nifty has not closed about 24,000 even for a single day. So this is the impact. So the government should seriously consider and do something. But then, like people do not like government, when in some critical conditions, tell the people do not spread the rumor, right? But now there are a lot of rumors are spreading on the social media. Yesterday, I saw one news saying that, Nirmala ji is having a meeting within 1 week. Some action is going to come, reduction on capital gain tax and this and that, So there was no such meeting. All those photographs are, old meetings photograph. So like at least the government should tell, okay, don't spread the rumors. So this, source-based information, and we have seen one in news even in Bloomberg terminal also. India is considering reducing the tax on interest for GSEC investments by FIIs. And now that news came about 10, 15 days before. No, there is nothing. So if the government thinks, by giving this kind of rumors, they can stabilize the market, they can stabilize the economy, uh, God only can save them. So things are, looking very, very bad. So unless some proactive measures are taken, so it's going to be difficult. So my stand is that, short term, there may be technical bounces here and there, but long term, our market is bearish only. So for the next 2 days, I think my stand is the same. Again, we are going back to 23,300 to 24,000 range. That is for next 2 days, right? Because like 24,000 call option is having the highest open interest. And even the day when Nifty closed about 24,000, also the 24,000 call had the highest open interest. So I was surprised, how come? But now you see the markets is falling like this. So this is for the next 2 days, but even for the week also, as I always say, 24,000 is the first resistance. So that's because that was a great support before the Prime Minister spoke 2 weeks before. So the support of one leg becomes the resistance for the next leg. So 24,000 is the first resistance. Second resistance is 24,300. That is because 24,300 is a 50% Fibonacci retracement. And then ultimate resistance is 24,800, which is 62.8 Fibonacci retracement. And coming down, the support, still last month support is 23,300. Last month, that is entire May series, the Nifty was very, very volatile, but still did not break 23,300. So that is the first support. So let that break. So then we talk about the second and third support. Hope that, that is not broken. And otherwise, the stock specific, things are going bad for HDFC Bank, and Reliance Industries is also not doing well. So the top two stocks, and in South Korea, the top two stocks, Samsung and Hynix. So those two stocks, were responsible for taking the market higher by 100% and 200%. But here, Reliance is okay. Reliance is not bad. But HDFC Bank, the number one stock, and all kinds of rumors, first problem is that they went for a merger of HDFC and HDFC Bank. The second, the chairman, the ex-chairman sold 800 crore worth of shares. A chairman who was associated with the bank for the last 25, 30 years is selling his entire stake. So that means, that stock has no future growth. So he should know much better than anybody else. And then came, one independent director resigning, now coming in like some 45 crore fraud, all those kind of things. The entire HDFC group, the time is very, very bad. So this is a story of number one bank, number one company in India. So whereas Samsung is the number one, you go and check how much the Samsung has shot up in the last 2 years in South Korea. So anyway, so for the up to Tuesday, so my view is that 23,300 to 24,000, and until Friday, my view is that 23,300 to 24,300. So the reasons I have explained already. So hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.